This week is exciting. We took the Crown Vic for the first time camping on the channel. I've done it before, but never before since I've started this channel. It goes great. It's a lot of fun. But first, we have to do something which is very boring, and trust me, I'm just as disappointed as you are. We have to do some stuff with the Goldwing, but I understand it's, like I said, disappointing, so there are chapters down below if you would just like to skip it. For now, let's get right into messing around with my absolutely thrashed Goldwing. I'm really tired of this thing.
So I had a bit of an epiphany, and I remembered that the air filter on carbureted vehicles especially can cause a lot of problems if it's clogged up or bad, and so I went on Amazon and got this guy for like 25 bucks or something. I'm getting tired of nickeling and diming myself on this bike, but we'll just throw this in and see if it does anything, and if it doesn't, I don't know where I go next. Alright, I had just forgotten exactly how gross this thing was. I don't know what that is, but it's dark there. Yeah, this thing probably is not great. Let's see if it runs any better just without an air filter at all. If it starts better like this, then we know that this might be the issue. You know, somehow it seems to start worse than it ever has. Doesn't make any sense. Is it like out of fuel or something? Well, there's fuel in there. What I really need to do is work on the car that actually does function, the Volvo, instead of working on this old POS. Well, I guess I don't have much more of a choice but to tidy up. I mean, I want to get the Volvo in here. Well, now I have the space to work on the Volvo. However, I don't really feel like it because this POS has discouraged me. I'm gonna get that jump pack charged, and then I'm gonna come back out here and jump this probably later today, and I'll let you know how that goes. But that's it for me for now. I'll see you when I try and start this thing with the jump pack. Well, I got about, my watch isn't on my wrist, but I got about 15 minutes until I gotta leave for the soccer game tonight. Let's see if this thing will start now that my jump pack is charged. If this thing doesn't start, I'm going to be very disappointed. The only thing I've changed is the spark plugs, so I guess I just have to redo those, and I don't know, hope for the best. What's your problem? It's hot? Yeah, that's hot. Okay. No, it got hot. Alright, so my jump pack's overheated. That's new. Well, this seems like a problem for a different day. I hate this thing. I need to get it running again, and I need to sell it. That's what I need to do. However, I'm sure when I get it sort of running, I'll be encouraged enough to keep working on it in hopes that it runs better. It's such a cool piece of technology. Not this one, but the bike in general. It's a feat of engineering, but, well, I'll catch you later. We're going to be camping, so that should be a lot more fun than messing with this thing was.
Well, it was another close game just like last time, and as you can see on the screen right now, it ended in a tie, and so we're moving to a penalty kick shootout. I know.
Well, we just got back from the soccer game, having a few beers at Natural 20 in Spokane, and the Crown Vic needs to be loaded, which means the Loyal needs to be moved, so let's get on with it. Oh, and by the way, it's like 11:30, maybe midnight. We're gonna try and be ready. We'll see how far we get. Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna get this thing loaded tonight, but at least it's in position. Well, we might not get the car loaded, but we're gonna at least get the cooler loaded, so yeah, see you tomorrow morning. We're gonna get this thing loaded and get out of here. Welcome to the next morning. Barely, it's 11:57. We're getting a late start, but we're gonna throw the rest of our crap in the car and get out of here. Alright, we've hit dirt, so we're going to try airing down with these new little things that I got. They should do it for me. Well, we're going to keep driving while that airs down for us. I'll let you know how it goes. Alright, let's pop these things off and see how it did. 21.2, that's exactly what I set it to. Perfect. So they were all in between about 19.5 and 22.5, which isn't perfect, but it sure was a heck of a lot easier than standing on the side of the road with a rock. Onwards. Seems to be unscathed. That's some impressive durability. Completely fine. All right, we're just up at the top of this little dead-end road here, and we're gonna make ourselves some ramen for a late lunch. And too bad, just a little extra water. I think we'll pour that back into the bottle here. There's not a lot of flavor in there except for spice. What yours?
It kind of tastes like ramen.
That's good. I guess you could say I'm taking the challenge. Not near as bad as what we had last time we went camping, though. I nailed some. Oh. It wouldn't be a camping trip if you didn't forget something, and we forgot trash bags. There we go, nice and clean. Hey, you left and all the bugs are attacking me. I got like an 18 pack of these at Grocery Outlet for like 12 bucks, so this is what we got for dessert. Well, it's time to get back on the road and find a place to camp for the night. I want to find a place kind of early so we can get a fire started and get all that old wood burnt, so we don't have to carry it out with us. Well, as you can see, we've made it to some snow. I was gonna send the drone ahead, but it turns out it did break when I crashed into that tree. One of the arms snapped. It must have been fractured when I got that last shot, and then when I tried to take it out, it broke completely. So here's my drone, home safe and sound, and I was hoping I could get the replacement part back in time to show you the repair in this video, but I couldn't. Look forward to seeing that in the future, but essentially, yeah, this arm just broke. I was able just to order the plastic arm, so I'll be pulling this off in the future and replacing the plastic, but the motor and blades themselves are actually fine, so those will stay. So I'll have to repair that when we get home, hopefully. But for now, we gotta do this the old-fashioned way. Well, we decided to do what is probably the smart thing and just turn around and find somewhere else to camp. It doesn't look too bad after this, but you do find some more snow eventually. We walked quite a ways. We'll see where we get to. It's looking like we might be camping down somewhere on this road. See how far we make it. Oh, you saw me backing up there because I think we're going to camp right here. It's not the greatest, but I think it's going to be good enough for tonight. Well, actually, really quick, let's just keep driving down here and see where we get to.
Yeah, that's right. I brought a chainsaw with me. I've not been able to continue on a trail before because the tree was in the way, so now I pack a chainsaw. In this case, I could have probably pushed it out of the way with the car or pushed it out of the way with my body, but hey, I brought the chainsaw. I might as well use it. Car. And speaking of pushing trees out of the way with the car, that was quite the hit, whatever that was. That dented my floor upwards. I had less floor space now. Well, I don't think we're gonna find anything else at the bottom of this stupid road here. Though it might connect. Should be interesting. Okay, I lied. We're gonna keep going. It might connect. Well, we could keep smashing through brush, but I don't really see any point to that, considering we don't even know if it connects or not. We decided not to camp down that road. We're gonna keep going. We'll let you know how it goes. So we have arrived at the exact same camp spot as when we did snowy camping with the Volvo. We were gonna go look for something else, but it's getting to be 6 o'clock now and we just wanted to find somewhere to hang out. There's a few bugs around. Hopefully they don't become too much of a problem. Okay, I think we lied. There might be too many bugs. It is very buggy. We're gonna keep looking.
What's that? That's an opening. It's a clearing.
I think we found camp, but the road does continue a little bit further. I think we might just go on a quick little walk and see if we find anything before we set up, just in case there's anything better, but I think this is pretty good. Well, that was a short walk, but yeah, this is the end of the road. There's a little pit there that I think we could use for fire and set up our tent over there too. I think we're gonna get started on that. I gotta figure out what I want to park. Oh, I found a frog, babe. Come here. Where is he? What do you move? He moved. There he is. There he goes. We also found ourselves what we think might be an edible mushroom, but we're not going to try. A little moral right there. We did have the casualty of this mirror. It doesn't really like to stay on so good anymore. You stick it on there and give it a whack, it'll sit there, but it's not great. Well, I brought this because it's my extra propane canister, and you never know when a torch might come in handy, and I'm just realizing that the torch might come in handy right now.
What kind of kindling is that?
I was hoping I could be lazy. Looks like we got a little fire going. Brute force wins sometimes. For tonight's step 2, I've got an Exposition 74 Collins 11 Lavender by Dry-Fi Distillery. It's the 50th anniversary of Expo 74, which was hosted in Spokane. And so I guess Dry-Fly and Spokane made this special for it. It's a lavender lemon gin mix. That is quite nice. And for tonight's dinner, I've got a couple of steaks that have been marinating since last night, and some zucchini for our vegetable. We also have some potato chips, of course, classic. I haven't had those before, they're pretty good. Oh my goodness, can the camera even see that? It can't, but that thing right there, that's a little snail shell. What are we doing? Nope, not black yet. Those are kind of feeling like they might be done. Let's see how we're doing here. This is kind of the bigger one. This is thicker. Ooh, that looks perfect. I'm inhaling all the beef juices. All the beef fumes.
These are pretty good.
Gotta get you all the juices there, right?
Oh, thanks.
There we go. Let's see how these are.
And no, I don't have any idea what kind of steaks these are. They were the ones we had in the freezer. That is pretty darn good. Leah did all the seasoning of it last night. What did you put on it?
It was lemon juice, soy sauce, Worcestershire sauce, Italian seasoning, salt, pepper, minced garlic, and olive oil. It's definitely nice and acidic.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh, and some red pepper. You managed to get a nice char on them. It's the best camping meal I've had in a while.
Who put me over here? Huh? You. You set up both chairs and then you took the one that was in the better spot. Yeah. I'm pretty sure there's video evidence. Well, the fire's just about out and it's cooling down. I think we're gonna go ahead into the tent. It's 10:48 right now, so it's about time. All right, we're all tucked in the tent. We've got my childhood little sleeping bag liners that my sister and I used for sleeping bags when it was warm out. Then we've got the beefy bags on top, of course. We were a little chilly in the snow. We just had the beefy bags. It's supposed to be a little warmer today, so we should be just fine. It's supposed to get down to about, I think, 36 tonight. See you in the morning. Breakfast, we're just doing some bacon, some eggs, and peppers and onions and cheese. Someone already ate all their bacon. Might have been me. I've got some bacon sitting over here, as well as some other ingredients for BLTs for lunch. Got a lot more driving like that to do. It's narrow, and we get some free pinstriping, but otherwise it's not overly challenging. Well, as it turns out, we reached the end of the road. Time to do about a 10 million point turn. Well, that was a little concerning for a moment, but the new tires did come through. I don't know if I've mentioned this on the channel, but the Crown Vic is only a OneTireFire. It does not have a limited slip or a locker. I did bring myself to spend $1,000 on the tires, so I think I can bring myself at some point to spend $1,000 on an electronic locker. So eventually I might get to that. There's the damage we did. All right, well, we got to navigate around this now, because you see this road and this road behind me shows the same on Gaia. So there's really no way of knowing until you get there. It's almost like someone kept maintaining this part, kinda, and then just stopped right there. It's kind of weird. So this was our initial route. We were gonna keep following this orange path around, just make a loop out of it. However, now we can just go back along the green path, which is what we drove yesterday, and keep following the orange path. But yeah, there wasn't really any point to this, but I just wanted to see if the Crown Vic could do it, and it was fun, and well, it made it look effortless, as you see, so. That's why we're here. I wasn't actually going anywhere in this clip. Yet another reminder, I need to pull the ABS sensors in this thing. The ABS is terrible, especially when off-road. Well, we tried to go around the gate or just follow this road or whatever. There's a gate down there. We went on this little cow path here, and it's a dead end. So it is time to turn around. Well, we found another gate, and that's about the last of the roads that we're gonna explore in here.
I planned like a 100-mile route yesterday, of which we did about maybe 15 or 20 miles. I don't feel like doing another 60 miles today. It's about 10:30 right now, so it'd be probably late afternoon by the time we got that done. So instead, I think we're just gonna head out here. We're stuck behind 2 RVs, a side-by-side, and a Jeep, and who knows what else right now. I can't see crap. At least this thing has recirculate, because it doesn't have an air filter. Oh, and we're only going 20 miles an hour. I was going about 45 or 50 earlier. Joel from the future here to mention that that was only when there was good visibility. I would slow down for corners. I am still surprised this car feels so comfortable at 50 to 60 miles an hour on the gravel. I guess just with these tires at this pressure, it was just entirely fine. It didn't feel sketchy at all. Now that I've talked about my tires being aired down, let's air up. All right, we made it back to pavement. Time to air up. All right, good to go. Well, we made it. Was there ever any doubt? Also, something else I didn't mention is we didn't have a spare tire for that, so it was a little risky. This is one of my spare wheels. It's actually a 16-inch, so it's not really the right wheel, as all the rest of them are 17s. And it had this tire on it. And this is what I got with the car as a spare. I was going to have them put on this tire, which is the tire I had to pay way too much for when I got a flat, and didn't want to use this spare on the Gambler. But this is a 17-inch tire, so it can't go on this wheel, so you need to figure that out. But we didn't have a spare. But anyways, I'm going to just chuck everything out of the car into my nicely tidied shop and make my shop not anymore nicely tidied, and then tidy it up later, like normal. I don't learn. Well, that's a wrap. Camping with the Vic, first time on the channel at least. It performed flawlessly. I mean, I didn't expect anything else. This thing continues to amaze me at where it'll take us. Thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see what I'm up to next week. Hit the like button if you like this video. Leave a comment if you think there's something I could do better.